Is it live streaming? Live streaming. You all sit straight. Close the eyes, आंख बंद कर दीजिए. We'll chant Om 3 times together. Om. Om. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. सबको भगवत बोध में प्रणाम करता हूँ. Have you ever stayed alone by yourself without anything or anybody? Meaning, no telephone, no computer, no book, and no people. कभी आप अपने जीवन में अकेले, टेलीफोन भी नहीं हो, कंप्यूटर भी नहीं हो, किताब भी नहीं हो, कोई व्यक्ति नहीं हो, कोई प्राणी नहीं हो, खुद तुम ही तुम हो, ऐसे कभी रहे हो? जो रहे हो हाथ उठा। तो हाथ तो बहुत कम हो गया। वेरी few hands came up. Why did I ask this question? And this question was very common, you all felt. Even if those who raised up their hands, they might not have understood me. जो हाथ उठाए, जो हाथ नहीं उठाए, सब परीक्षा में फेल हो गए। अभी हाथ नहीं उठाने के लिए बोलता हूं। आप जब ध्यान करते हैं उस समय कोई आपके साथ है क्या? When you are sitting to meditate, is there anybody? Or you are sitting with your mobile telephone in your hand? Every day you sit for meditation for whatever period of time, you are all alone. Yes or no? Hey, stop. Too much of philosophy. तो क्या होता है, सोचो। हाँ, मैंने बचपन में एक हिंदी सिनेमा की गीत सुना हूं। I heard a movie song in my childhood. हम तुम एक कमरे में बंद हो और चाबी खो जाए, सोचो कभी ऐसा हो तो क्या है, क्या हो? क्रेजी। When you are with others, mostly you forget God. Mostly you forget who you are. Mostly you do not understand yourself because others or anything, anybody, it is just like covering up yourself. You are not in yourself. सोचो मैं अभी आपके साथ बैठा हूं, तो बैठा हूं तो कुछ बोलना पड़ेगा। I'm sitting with you, I have to talk something. If I just sit like this and I asked, is there live streaming? If it would not have been live streaming, I would have said, just look, sitting like that. Because when there is live streaming, they will be thinking that I have become crazy. I'm just sitting, not talking. So I don't want to be in the list of crazy people. Often it happens, better not to talk. Sri Gurudev told, भेक को भला वर्षा बादल, छाग को भला धूप, भाट को भला चलना फिरना, सबसे भला चुप. The frogs love rainy weather, and the goat doesn't want rainy weather. Sunny weather goat loves. भाट को क्या बोला? भाट हिंदी इंग्लिश में क्या होगा? भाट कौन होगा? The beggars, I'll tell here beggars. The beggars should go from door to door. And it is wise not to talk. When I was a college student, so when the professor is not there, you know what happens? What the young students, college students, I was in my late teen. It was a marketplace. And immediately the professor appeared, professor of zoology. He said, who was shouting, stand up? Pin drop silence. Nobody stood up. I was not talking. I was just observing. Then I told, nobody stood up means nobody shouted. You stand up. Because when nobody stood up, he said, who was shouting, stand up? Nobody stood up. Pin drop silence. Then I told, nobody stood up means nobody shouted. He said, you stand up. Then he asked the question. I was not so good in zoology. Then here I remember that police officer's book. I am reading. Today also I have read. A student created, he was not answering something or he told something, he said, go out, get out. He went out, he stood there. Can I come in? Come in, sir. No, the teacher said. After that, again he said, can I come in, sir? No. So after 2 times no, then he silently entered and sat down. And the teacher was so upset. How did you enter? He said, sir, 2 negatives make a sentence positive. Even the teacher could not understand instantly that what he's talking of. So I went out. Next class I didn't come. So when the professor was coming, I was going away. He put his hand on my shoulder. Where are you going? I said, because you told me to go out. The next day. Oh, that day I was unhappy. I said, with me? He said, no. With whom? My wife. There was something in the family. He was delayed for that. And he was unhappy. And then I told this. Do you know what he did to me? Come in. And he was keeping his hand on my shoulder and taking me inside. I don't know nowadays what is happening in colleges. During those days, the girls sit few lines, then the boys. One side the girls, few lines, then the boys, the other side only boys and boys. He told me to sit next to the girls. What? I said, sir, I have to go there. Sit down there. So I had to practice Sambhavi without knowing what it was. I was sitting like this. Do not. You must be thinking why I'm talking. We'll chant the verse, then you'll know why I'm talking all this. We'll repeat the verse. I don't know how many of you have got this book. If you have got this book, this is the page number 23. Page number 23. Atyaharaha prayasascha prajalpa niyamagraha janasangascha laulyamcha sadbhi yoga vinasyati. Sadbhi yoga vinasyati. With all these six factors, destroys your own spiritual growth, your own practice of yoga. We have discussed अत्याहार, हम आलोचना किए हैं अत्याहार क्या है, प्रयास, अभी तीसरा है प्रजल्प, तीसरा है प्रजल्प। संस्कृत भाषा में प्राय शब्दों का उत्पत्ति क्रियापद से होता है, फ्रॉम द वर्ब, मोस्ट ऑफ संस्कृत वर्ड्स। प्रजल्प has the prefix pra pratyaya, jalpa dhatu. Jalpa dhatu is to talk. To talk. So jalpa means talking. We the human beings, not only we the human beings, all living beings, they communicate. They communicate. You will be surprised to know the plants also communicate among each other. They communicate in two ways. One is externally visible through the outer part of the plants, which is above the earth. They also communicate through their roots. You know this? Plant and plant, they communicate with their roots also. It's amazing. There is a book, Secret Life of Plants. Secret Life of, there is a book. No need to read all these. We should know our secret life. They communicate. If one plant is suffering from pest, immediately communicates with others, the pests are coming. They communicate. Plants, animals. I don't know if you have read, when tsunami came, human beings, those who were in the seaside, they saw that water is receding, they wanted to go in. And they all died. You know, they were curious what is going on because water was going backward. And they went and then water came back. It was observed in the wildlife sanctuary in Sri Lanka. Although it was in the coast, no animals died. Because they knew something going on, they communicated, they went away. They didn't die. Interesting. They communicated. Animals communicate, we also communicate, and there is very good means of communication nowadays. Thank to somebody who wrote yesterday the question, why do people come to the meditation hall with a mobile telephone? Are they waiting for a call from God? कल सुना है ना, किसने लिखा है, I congratulate him. किसी ने कल सवाल प्रश्न का क्या है, सवाल प्रश्न पूछा कि ध्यान के कक्ष को क्यों मोबाइल टेलीफोन सेल फोन लेकर आते हैं? क्या भगवान से कोई कल आने वाले की प्रतीक्षा में है? वो आदत खराब हो गया, आदमियों का आदत इतना खराब हो गया। Jalp means to talk. This talking here, Jalpa, is little bit different. You will ask, if it is talking, we are talking, what is it different? The first meaning of Jalpa is gossip. Prajalpa is good gossiping. There are many people, they are good gossip mongers. Let us see first the word meaning. One is gossip. Prattle, there is one English word, prattle. There is another English word, wrangle. Gossip, prattle, wrangle. Another meaning of gossip, the jalpa, to justify yourself in any means and refuting others' view. अपने मत को किसी भी प्रकार से प्रमाण करना। कल क्या हुआ, शाम को मैं आया इस ध्यान के कक्ष को, 8 बजने के बाद मैं आया यहाँ पर, 8 नहीं 7 बजने के बाद। यहाँ बच्चों का कार्यक्रम था बालाश्रम के। तो जब आया दिखा कि मेरे लिए एक आसन पड़ा है वहां, सिंहासन। उस तरफ गया तो आश्रम के एक अंतेवासी, बड़े खेद के साथ बोलता हूं, आश्रम के एक अंतेवासी टेलीफोन पकड़ करके बैठे हैं। बैठ करके ऐसा ऐसा होता है। मैं एक थप्पड़ लगाया, क्या करते हो? झूठ बोला, मैं समय दिखता हूं। फेस टू फेस lie. He was sitting with the mobile telephone. I gave a slap on his head. What are you doing? Complete lie. I was looking at time. Then I asked, is it not lie? He said, yes. Even one doesn't hesitate to justify one's own mistake, not confessing mistake. This is mistake. हम साधक साधिका है, साधना करने के लिए आए हैं। हम सब साधक साधिका है, सब। एक महान संत भारत के, उनका नाम पूज्य स्वामी शरणानंद जी। प्रज्ञाचक्षु, आंख नहीं था। वो बोलते थे कि मानव मात्र ही साधक है। स्वामी शरणानंद जी, a very prominent monk of Vrindavan, who is no more, who had no vision, wonderful monk. He told every human being is a seeker, is a sadhaka, sadhika, every human being. Unfortunately, even if we live in ashram for a longer period of time or a short period of time, for example, you are 7 days resident. Somebody is little longer resident. But are we really following the path of sadhana, path of discipline? We talking. Yesterday, I saw one sadhaka. I didn't tell anything. He has gone to the museum area. And I don't know if you have seen, if you go to the museum, the area near the step, if you look to the left, there is one well. And that is a private area. And he's sitting there and talking very उड़ीसा के बड़े प्रसिद्ध व्यक्ति थे, अभी नहीं है वो। एक कई बार आश्रम आए हैं, एक बार वो आकर के दिखे कि मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा कि चारों तरफ लिखा है साइलेंट जोन, साइलेंट जोन लिखा है, तो साइलेंट जोन। तो हम क्या करते हैं, मैं भी दिखता हूं, लोग लोग मतलब भक्त, it's written silent zone, but people, the same thing happens in Sri Guru Mandir. प्रवेश के पथ पर लिखा है क्या करना क्या नहीं करना लिखा है। लोगों ने वहां चल जाते हैं, जाकर के बैठ करके मोबाइल टेलीफोन में बातचीत शुरू करते थे, कोई भी नहीं हो तो भी people sit down and use that word. It's sad. Do you know, it is good. You cannot enter the Jagannath temple with mobile telephone. For many reasons, it's good. Jalpa. Why to talk? Another meaning of jalpa, prajalpa, another meaning of prajalpa, to speak something to please others. दूसरों को खुशी करने के लिए, मन मनाने के लिए बोलो, वो भी प्रजल्प। योगी बनना है ना, कल किसी ने पूछा कि जीवन में श्रृंखला लाना क्यों इतना कष्ट है? Why is it so difficult to be disciplined? Now, how to bring discipline? So I was reading my police friend's book. In the book, he's telling he got a telephone call. His friend, he said, have you got the news that you have been selected for the post of the job of IPS, Indian Police Service? He said, no. Then it might be incorrect. Because he never expected. Although he cleared the main exam, he appeared the interview, but then he's telling during those days, it was in 1977. So he became curious to know, is it really? So he had to inquire where the result can be found. It was only from Press Trust of India, and through some effort he got the information that he has got it. Then he's telling about his training. So in the training, he's talking of two incidents. So they had first the training in Nagpur, then in Hyderabad. In Nagpur, when he was there, it was for short period. A friend of him, his name was Mrinal Kumar Das. He always spoke M.K. Das. So once the teacher or the trainer to take the attendance, he said, by mistake, M has become U. Those who are from India, you write the spelling, what will happen? What happened? Urinal Kumar Das. He is telling Urinal Kumar Das. So then he went to Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, he said the first misery started at 4 o'clock to get up. 4:30. 4:30 to get up early in the morning. He said it was the most miserable state to get up for 4:30. Discipline, my friends, without discipline, life is not life. Discipline gives opportunity. Discipline brings success in any work. Discipline. A person with discipline can save one life as one wants. Discipline. I told you the other day that if one is not disciplined, is not disciple at all. If you want to be disciple, be disciplined. And in disciple in Sanskrit, Shishya. Shishya Sas धातु. सास धातु से शिष्य होता है. सास मतलब अनुशासन. अनुशासन नहीं है तो शिष्य कैसे हो? अनुशासन नहीं है तो शिष्य कैसे हो? Can you imagine what type of discipline? I'm talking of discipline. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whom we consider that he was incarnation of love, who was so much God intoxicated. चैतन्य महाप्रभु प्रेम के अवतार हम मानते हैं. उनका एक शिष्य थे हरिदास. 2 हरिदास थे, बड़ा हरिदास, छोटा हरिदास. 2 हरिदास, 2 disciples. Chota Haridas, younger, was his personal attendant. व्यक्तिगत सेवक थे. रोज माधुकरी करने के लिए जाते थे. माधुकरी मतलब भिक्षा. नियम था कितने घर से भिक्षा करना, चावल लाना. If you go to beg from few houses and beg rice, different families, poor, rich, so you get different qualities of rice and full of rice. So rice of different qualities mixed together if you cook. Those who know cooking, they know what happens. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 3.5 disciples. How many? Yeah. Don't ask why half. Half was one lady. The half was one lady. Her name is Madhavi. Her name is Madhavi. And she was the sister of Raya Ramananda Patnaik, the closest disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The closest, who was the administrator of King Prataparudra in southern part of Odisha in Rajmahendri. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Rajmahendri to meet him, to spend time with him. Then he told, why you are wasting your time with all these things? Come and we'll sit together and we'll spend time together. So Madhavi, what she did, she said, hey Haridas, show me the rice. She showed the rice. All different qualities of rice, you are giving this rice to Mahaprabhu. Do one thing, I'll exchange it. I give, so the same quantity rice, I give good quality. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking food. It's very easy to recognize that this is, for example, we are sitting. Every day we get rice of this type, begging rice, this. Today you get very good quality rice, well cooked. You'll be happy or not? Ordinarily, everybody will be happy. He looked at him, Haridas, what happened to you? Tell what happened to you. Haridas said, Mahaprabhu, he narrated everything. From today, I don't want to see your face. From today, I don't want to see your face. Do you know what I did? Committed suicide. If Mahaprabhu doesn't want to see my face, what is the purpose in this life? He committed suicide. हिंदी में बोल देता हूं, छोटा हरिदास भिक्षा करने के लिए जाते थे महाप्रभु के लिए। 5 घर में चावल लाओ तो 5 किस्म का चावल होता है। एक दिन महाप्रभु के अत्यंत निकट, अत्यंत प्रिय शिष्या माधवी थी। माधवी ने बोले कि तुम इस चावल को दे दो, मैं अच्छे चावल बदल देता हूं। इतना ही हरिदास ने भोजन रख दिया महाप्रभु के सामने। महाप्रभु ने बोला कि हरिदास ने क्या किए हो तुम? आज से तुम्हारे मुख नहीं दर्शन करूंगा। इतना है। And he committed suicide. This is what discipline is. This is what disciples' life is. This is what disciples' life. This is what discipline. You can imagine. This type of example, it's not one, there are many. The Guru told the disciple, you did this mistake. He said, yes. So put a signboard in your board, you write, मैं पाप किया हूं। ये करके घुमा, वो सबके सामने जाता है, मैं पाप किया हूं। बोलने का तात्पर्य क्या है? श्रृंखला नहीं है तो क्या शिष्य है, और क्या योग साधना हम करेंगे? आप सोच लीजिए, हमारे सामने श्री गुरुदेव के विग्रह है। गुरुदेव बड़े श्रीमंत परिवार के संतान थे, अच्छे पढ़ाई भी की, अच्छी नौकरी भी थी। तो जब आश्रम में रहे, गुरुदेव का जीवन और उसके साथ हमारे जीवन को तुलना कर ले। पहले तो आश्रम में सुबह की प्रातः भोजन की व्यवस्था नहीं था। 11 बजे सबके लिए भोजन हो जाता था, वही भोजन था। फिर शाम को, दिन को 2 बार, 11-12 बजे। गुरुदेव ने बोले कि कुछ नाश्ता हो, जो आश्रम के दायित्व में थे। नाश्ता क्या ना, इतने पफ्ड राइस, मामरा, मूढ़ी। गुरुदेव के समय तो छोड़ दो, कड़ार आश्रम में आप जब आते थे क्या सुबह नाश्ता था सब शिष्य भक्तों के लिए? कुछ नहीं था। कड़ा रस्म को कौन आते थे? हाथ उठाओ। एक, दो, तीन, चार, पांच। उस समय आम शिष्य भक्तों के लिए कुछ नहीं था। आश्रम के अंतेवासी और कुछ अंतरंग भक्तों के लिए क्या नाश्ता था? इंग्लिश में बोलो कितना? वही नाश्ता था। स्मॉल बोल ऑफ पफ्ड राइस, दैट्स ऑल। दैट वाज द ब्रेकफास्ट। वो तो मैं बोलता हूं इन 80s। आप सोचो इन 40 80s, 48, 49, 50। हमारे गुरुदेव ऐसे ही रहे सारा पूज्य गुरुदेव के समय, उस जब साधक के समय, साधना के समय, पता है सबके लिए दाल। हम गुरुदेव के मुख से सुना हो, किताब में भी लिख दिया हो। वंस इन ए वीक वाज ए डेलिकेसी। आलू भरता हफ्ता में एक बार, हफ्ता में एक बार दाल, ऐसा जीवन था। और आजकल हम सब साधक बन जाते हैं। क्या साधना है? When Sri Gurudev lived his life of sadhana, one bowl of puffed rice, that was the breakfast. Once in a week, some lentil soup, dal. Once in a week, mashed potato, little spicy. Once in a week. हमारे थोड़ा नमक कम हो तो दिमाग गड़बड़ हो जाता है। मैं पूछता हूँ आज नाश्ता क्या हुआ था? बोले नाश्ता ये हुआ था, ये कल। रोज पूछता हूँ, देखता हूँ। ठीक है, भोजन करो, मना नहीं है, जीव के लिए नहीं। एक महापुरुष के वचन है इन इंग्लिश, सी बट लुक नॉट, ईट बट टेस्ट नॉट, टच बट फील नॉट। सी बट लुक नॉट। तो क्या होता है? आंख का काम है तो देखना। यह सी एंड लुक एट फर्क होता है। व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? आई विल सी intentional to see something, that means your mind is playing. You have to take food, eat. If your taste organ is directing you, dominating you, oh, it is nice, I should eat more. 86 till 93, I stayed in a rented house, and we had few students with living with me. Every morning breakfast, poha, flat rice, molasses, good, yogurt, and banana. That was it. So I used to go, my classes were in the morning. I used to go for my morning classes. So my colleagues, mostly the ladies, all were senior to me. They used to ask me, Babaji, what was your breakfast? I used to say the same thing every day. Same thing every day. Do you know, it was so healthy. No need of salt, no need of anything. Some months ago, I told somebody brought some poha. It was lunchtime or something. I said, bring some. Then I put banana and molasses without any water. I mixed it. So I know the taste because from my childhood I'm used to it. So I gave a chunk to somebody who was there. I said, how does it taste? It's very nice. आश्रम के अंतेवासी हो या साधक साधिका हो, यदि रोज एक ही लौकी 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 लौकी, हमारे अभी ब्रह्मचारी प्रशिक्षण शिविर चल रहा है राजस्थान में. Now our brahmachari training camp is going in Rajasthan. It is going on. I am free. They have a cook. The cook's name is Himmat Singh. Himmat Singh. And he said, because he has been told what to cook, so he cooks two kinds of food. He cooks for himself and few other staff, and cooks for the rest different food for the trainees and the trainers. So for them, there is little salt. When I go, there is no salt. Then Himmat Singh told, why you are torturing Guruji? He said, why? I know Guruji. What do you know? Because he never complains about food. Wherever he goes, whatever they give, he knows. Can you imagine? I didn't know how he knew and how he observed. Wherever he goes, whatever they give, he eats. You know, I really live as a wandering person. Whatever they give, I don't take chili normally. And you can imagine chili food. Recently somewhere, some food, I told, how was it? Day before yesterday, we were in the place of our Gajapati, the king of Odisha. So there was dinner. Dinner is Mahaprasad. In Mahaprasad, so before we came, all the banana leaves, we all have to sit on the floor. The king was sitting here, next me, next another monk, and many dignitaries, all on the floor. So already they have kept some salt, green chili, and a slice of lime. It was there. So when I went to wash my hand, so there was a little commotion that you should take it out from Guruji's leaf. No chili, no salt. So there was a little bit discussion, why not? Because others like. Lord Jagannath doesn't take chili. There is no lime. And there is no extra salt. Why you take? If Lord Jagannath took this food, we will add, because food is not so palatable, we want to add this for our tongue. Sadhana. Decades ago, it was also here. We stopped it. No. Whatever is offered to Lord Jagannath, let us take that. If there is no discipline, life is not life. And sadhana, श्रृंखला श्रृंखला श्रृंखला. देखो, जहां श्रृंखला नहीं है, आप श्रृंखल क्या है? हिंदी में श्रृंखल है शब्द, क्या है? जंजीर है ना. हाँ, जहां श्रृंखला नहीं है वहां श्रृंखल है. यहां जहां यम नहीं है, यम श्रृंखला, वहां यमराज है. Where there is no discipline, you are chained by your ego, your sense organs, temptation, mind, and so on. You are chained. If you do not follow yama means discipline, you will be in the hand of Lord Yama. Lord Yama means Yamaraj. Somebody told me, why Guruji is not punishing? I said, do you want Guruji to be Dandadhara? You know who is Dandadhara? खुद को दंड दो ना. वही साधक सही साधक होता है जो खुद को दंड देता है. सेल्फ पनिशमेंट. लोगों को तो पता नहीं है. आश्रम में रहते हुए भक्तों को भी गुरुदेव कभी कभी पूरा गुरुदेव in ashram, she might tell, didn't Gurudev send some people into seclusion? Seclusion means, in one way it is good, you get seclusion, but other way it is punishment. Yes or no? Gurudev did not talk to people for how long? Yes or no? You ask her, because she lived with Gurudev during Gurudev's last few years. Last 5 years? No. How many years? 3.5. So the purpose of telling this, discipline. My mother was a very good storyteller. So, and I was a very good listener. I will not sleep so long as she doesn't tell a story. And if she repeats the story, I'll tell her, no, you have told this. I know this. So there was a story, I will not tell its Odia name or this. There was a king. The king was, not. And his minister was sitting like this. If the king will ask the question, the minister will open it and he will talk. Then it was a humorous story. The humorous story. If you want to listen, I can tell this story, my mother's story. There was a guru and the disciple. They went on pilgrimage or travel. So they were going begging, and sometimes they had some money also, coins, this, that. So they entered a kingdom, they found Harek Mal 1 rupaya. Everything the same price. And the Guru said, I think there's something wrong in this kingdom. We should not stay here longer. They found the king is like this king which I am talking of, and the minister. So the Guru wanted to leave, the disciple didn't want to leave. And modern time Guru disciple. Gurus are very dependent upon the disciples. And the disciples dictate the Gurus. You should not do this. You should not do that. Why this is being done? The disciples dictate. Now the disciple did not want to leave. So everything is same price. So So day by day, the disciple became, because everything is cheap. And the Guru is Guru. He was, and I don't want to elaborate the story. The story was the punishment. A culprit was given the death penalty, and during death penalty was given on Suli. Suli is a very conical, pointed, sharp, and you have to, they will tell you to sit on that and put some load on your head. And it will penetrate your body, very painful. The person who was to be penalized or punished, he was too thin, skinny. And the executor came, he said, he's unfit for this punishment because physically he cannot. Then the king said, Minister, what is to be done? The minister opened the mouth. Let us find a fit person who can be given punishment. Searching for who will be fit, they found the disciple to be fit. I will not tell further how the Guru rescued the disciple. Let us run away from here. समझ में आया है? श्रीधरानंद जी हंसती है, समझ करके हंसते हो नहीं समझ करके हंसते हो? There is a saying that a fool smiles 3 times. How many times? 3 times. Suppose in a classroom there is a little dull-witted boy. So a teacher is teaching something and something very enjoyable. Everybody is laughing, so he started laughing without knowing why. Well, others are laughing, he started laughing. Then he asked, what happened? Why you all are laughing? But he has already laughed. Then one student explained. Then he started laughing. Oh, that is. Oh. Then he laughed. So how many times he laughed? 2 times. Then he thought, oh God, without knowing I was laughing. Am I not a fool? Then he laughed again at himself. So a fool laughs 3 times. And it is better to be a fool because you laugh more. Ordinarily, people will laugh only once. He laughed 3 times. Suppose you got 1 rasgulla, but a fool got 3 rasgullas. एक शिष्य गुरु दोनों पर्यटन में निकले, एक राज्य से दूसरे राज्य जाते थे, एक राज्य में पहुंचे तो वहां हर माल, हर वस्तु का एक ही भाव है। तो गुरु बोला कि ये राज्य ठीक नहीं है, यहाँ नहीं रहना है। शिष्य बोला यहाँ रहेंगे। तो शिष्य का बात तो गुरु को मानना पड़ता है, तो मान गए। और शिष्य दिन के दिन तो ऐसा क्योंकि इतना सस्ता है तो ऐसे हो गए। उस राज्य में किस दंड के लिए किसको सूली देना था, तो जो सूली पाने वाले व्यक्ति वो इतना पतले थे कि वो वहां बैठने के लिए योग्य नहीं था। राजा पूछे तो क्या करें, तो मंत्री बोले कोई सूली में बैठने के लिए जो योग्य है उसको बैठा दो। तो वही शिष्य ही योग्य था। अभी श्रीधर जी हंसती है। प्रजल्प, प्रजल्प, let me see. Prajalpa, excessive talk or gossip. Then there is Prajalpa, bahubhashana, talkativeness, asserting one's view when confronted with others. Vruthabhashana, useless talk. Pragalbhata, wrangling discussion, complicated dispute or argument. Words uttered to please one's dear ones. Now, There is nice description. Detach from idle gossip. Detach from speaking lies, even though they might be pleasant for others to hear. Detach from thinking badly of others and committing slander. Detach from arguing. Detach from unnecessary thinking and feeling agitated. Detach from too much talk about politics. Social incidents, justifying ourselves and defaming others. Detach from, now attached to exercising control over thinking and speaking. Speaking words that are helpful and useful for others. Speaking sweetly and lovingly. Discussing but never entering into conflict. Analyzing our day-to-day chatter. Speaking less, listening to what others have to say. Detaching from excessive talk and gossip, we create confusion, conflict, and misunderstanding when you do not communicate properly. We should be careful about how we think, speak, and act. So, thank you all. Let us close our eyes for a moment. आंख बंद कर दे. भगवान को प्रार्थना करें, हे भगवान, हे गुरुदेव, मेरे जीवन को मैं संयमित, श्रृंखलित, नियंत्रित करूंगा. मैं साधक हूं, मैं साधिका हूं. मेरे जीवन मेरे हाथ पर. मेरे जीवन को मैं ऐसे बनाऊंगा कि आपके प्रिय ही बनूं. O God and Gurus, I will discipline my own life. I will make myself worthy of your disciple, your child. Help me to be a better person every day. I'll be careful of my thinking, speaking, and behaving in proper manner. I bow to you again and again. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma dukha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Let there be peace, progress, and prosperity everywhere. सबको भगवत बोध में प्रणाम. जय गुरु, जय जगन्नाथ.
Here will be no meditation. Here in this meditation hall, which will come for second Kriya initiation, third and fourth part. We are requested to assemble at Niteshwar Pathagar in the upstairs at 11:45 a.m. There will be a satsang at 3:30 p.m. followed by Sri Guruji's talk at 4:30. Today there will be a cultural program at 9 p.m. Present by Ms. Niti Mishra and Oracitans by Sonal Mishra. Yes. At 5:45 p.m. there will be Arati in Devu Mandir, and at 6 p.m. there will be meditation, was the first Kriya meditation,